I want to take this opportunity to welcome us to our normal online lesson. Remember, we are beginning a new topic, and the topic is the action of wind and water in arid areas. Boys, just like on glaciation, there are definitions of terms that we need to know in this topic. We need to know a term known as aridity. We need to know a term known as desert. And we need to know a term known as desertification. Can we begin by defining aridity? What is aridity, boys? Aridity can be defined as the state of land being deficient in moisture, leading to scanty or no vegetation. In other words, the land lacks moisture. And because the land lacks moisture, such areas will have no vegetation at all or will have scanty vegetation. Another important term, boys, that I want us to look at is known as a desert. What is a desert? A desert is an area of land that receives unreliable rainfall, leading to scanty vegetation or no vegetation at all. Term number 3 that we need to understand is known as desertification. What is desertification, boys? Desertification is the slow and gradual encroachment of desert-like conditions into land that was originally arable. What I mean, the land that was originally used for agriculture now become unfertile because of desert-like condition getting into such areas. After looking at those terms, boys, it is also important that we look at the types of deserts. Deserts are classified according to, number 1, area where they are found, and under area where they are found, we have 2 types of deserts. The first type of desert is known as continental desert. The second type of desert is known as west coast desert. Boys, apart from categorizing the deserts according to areas where they are found, desert can as well be categorized or classified according to the temperature that are experienced in region where they are found. Under this classification, boys, we have hot deserts, and number 2, we have cold deserts. Can we begin by looking at classification of deserts according to the areas where they are found? Number 1, we have continental deserts. What are continental deserts? Boys, these are deserts which are located in the interior of the continents or on the leeward side of high mountains. These are deserts that are found within the continents, or they are found on the leeward side of the mountain. It is equally important, boys, that you know that continental deserts can be hot or they can be cold desert depending on their latitudinal location. That is, whether they are located in the tropical areas or whether they are located in temperate areas. For example, Sahara and Arabian deserts. Boys, I was talking about examples of continental deserts are hot deserts, and we talked of two. We have talked of Sahara Desert and we have talked of Arabian Desert. Continental deserts, which are cold deserts, include Patagonian deserts of South Africa, Gobi Desert of Central Asia, Greenland and Antarctica deserts, all of which are cold deserts. Boys, after looking at continental deserts, allow me to take you through West Coast deserts. What are West Coast deserts? These are deserts, boys, that occurs on the western margin or the western coasts of the continents, mainly in areas characterized by offshore trade winds and cold ocean currents. They occur due to the prevailing offshore winds, which are dry, having lost their moisture, and the onshore winds, which are cooled by cold ocean currents, hence bringing no rainfall in the land. Boys, examples of West Coast deserts include Atacama Desert in South America, Namib Desert in Namibia, and Arizona Desert in USA. Another important area, dear boys, as far as desert is concerned, that you need to know are desert surfaces or types of desert surfaces. A desert surface simply means which material covers a desert area. Boys, there are three types of desert surfaces. Namely, number one, we have sandy desert. Sandy desert is also referred to as ag or koum. Sandy desert or ag or koum. Which type of desert surface is this? This is a desert surface where the surface are mainly covered by sand. Examples of sandy desert surfaces are Sahara and Namib Desert. The second type of desert surfaces, boys, is known as stony desert surface, which is as well called reg or seril. Stony desert surface or reg or seril. Which desert surfaces, boys, are known as stony desert surfaces? These are desert surfaces which are mainly covered by broken stones and particles of rocks. Desert surfaces covered mainly by broken rocks and stones. An example of such a desert surface is Arabian Desert. The third type of desert, boys, that you are going to be asked is known as rocky desert surface. Remember, rocky desert surface is also referred to as hamada. Boys, these are surfaces which are covered by rock pillars and rocky hills. They are common in temperate areas. For example, we have a desert surface which is referred to as Gobi Desert surface, or Gobi Desert. I mean Gobi Desert, which is covered by rocks. After looking at the types of desert surfaces, allow me, boys, to take you through reasons why wind action is more effective in a desert. Remember, this topic is referred to as wind action in arid areas and water action in arid areas. But we are saying wind action compared to water action in arid areas, wind is more dominant in arid areas. And you will be asked this question, dear boys, that give reasons why wind is more dominant in arid areas than water action. Reason number one, boys, bare land or absence of vegetation cover which exposes the soil particles to wind erosion. Reason number one, the land is bare, but there is no vegetation cover on the land, therefore the land is exposed to wind erosion. Number two, presence of loose and consolidated dry masses of mud, sand, and gravel. Hence, they are easily lifted by wind. Number three, occurrence of strong windstorms in deserts as a result of presence of gradients, as a result of pressure gradient, which increases the wind erosion ability. And number four, extensive physical weathering loosens the rocks and exposes them to attack by wind action. Boys, this brings us to the end of our lesson. And in case you have any question, please you can ask through our common WhatsApp group.